sure tonight has to be the night, right? It is supposed to be dropping down to basically -1, which absolutely sucks because I've been hoping that foal would come, 1, this weekend, and 2, so I could play with her, or him, all day. And then 2, really hoping that we would be able to have her, well, it was nice out. Because it is currently gorgeous, sunny, things are melting. It is, however, fucking cold. It's pretty brisk out. That's because we're getting hit with a northern wind and it's just bringing the temps plummeting down. So that's not so pleasant. This is going to take a little bit of detailed work. You guys are probably like, oh my God, wasted straw, wasted straw, wasted straw. Or wasted hay, wasted hay, wasted hay. This is not hay, this is straw. I prefer having them full out on straw over sawdust because the babies come out wet, obviously, and they're sticky, and that sawdust will get stuck up their nose and stuck to them. It's super unpleasant looking. I prefer them giving birth in a giant bed of straw. So, it's amazing we don't have the manger be a more sufficient, significant presence in Christianity. But thank God it wasn't a bed of straw, and we always say a big deal out of straw. But yeah, I only like to have them pull out in straw. So there is sawdust underneath to absorb things. And it's straw on top. And it is a fucker to work through. Especially for the fact that temperature is dropping instead of going up, which sucks. But supposedly all my friends are thinking that since the geometric pressure with the temp dropping is going to be what triggers her. I cannot believe that she isn't smart enough to release it now. But that's really not, up to them. Long I saw you. It's not like you would have given up your boy any day earlier. But C-sections on horses are deadly, so I don't get to plan one. We just have to sit out and wait. And I am getting tired and snappy. It's not my best attitude, so, And 3 days now that one day I was like, okay, she's much more comfortable, and I didn't think it could be that night. But otherwise than that, not sleeping very well, thinking that the foal's coming. So, one thing I did not get to record is that these stalls and this barn, which is the red barn, has a really interesting setup where the walls can come down. We mostly, thankfully, have only had to use it for foaling purposes, but it would also work really well if an animal gets cast. And it is definitely a trait that I'll want in the new barn. So, I feel like you guys need to see, compared to how far I've gotten, I'm only less than a quarter through this stall. That's how much more annoying it is to have to get through straw than sawdust. Plus, as you guys know, I'm very thorough, so that tends to slow me down. Piper is gone. She left yesterday morning. It was kind of hard to see Piper go, but the situation wasn't going to work out for us. I actually don't really believe Piper will probably be walking on this side of the planet for much longer. Her leg is back up. She cannot lay down. And she's just a flipping disaster. I feel bad for her tenfold, but I have to look out for my own barnyard, my own expenses, and it's just business. Personally, would have loved to keep the mare. Thought she had a great attitude, but I need things that can ride, drive, be bred, and she can't do anything. So not only am I not looking for not a pasture pet, but I'm also not looking for a lot of things from her. Pretty sure as soon as I get this fluffed up and done, which will take me quite a while still, my plan will be to immediately turn in the mares. So, when I was a kid, we actually had a mare that was bred. This job is easy. Of course it is in your eyes. I didn't say it was hard either. I'm also just trying to get very specifically clean. Not rush it. Thanks, though. I won't ever have a heated barn because I don't plan on... I don't like the idea of risking some things about that. It would be nice to have some heated features. In general, having a barn that kind of can be closed off better, or at least have an intent of being heated. You know, like when all the horses are in it, it can stay warm. That's really all I really need. Right now, the brown barn slightly warms up when the horses stay inside, but they don't really stay in, and it certainly doesn't hold it for long. And this barn is way too drafty. No pun intended with the fact that there are no drafties. But between just the holes in the walls basically and the ceilings, and this one is not warm enough. I don't want a heater barn though. I don't want heated water buckets. There have been a lot of barn fires lately, and I'm going to attest to that. Yeah, we will go over some of the horses in a little bit. Can possibly put you guys out to watch them while I'm pushing wheelbarrows around. A little bit better of a view than me heaving and hoeing. Puffing and puffing, heaving and hoeing. I thought it was a little warmer out than it is. All right, let's point you guys at the ponies, and then I'll go around. Is this a new, I haven't had this channel for a whole year, so I don't know what you're gonna call a new one. Here's my little pain in the ass. I love you, but if you don't have that baby tonight, I'm going to cry. Like, I'm already basically crying, okay? So. You know you want to give me that baby. So we're having an absolute plummet in the temps. And then supposedly next week we're going to see 50s. So this snow is going to go. Not going to last much longer in those sorts. Thanks, guys. So yeah, that's Vivian. Super swollen, super butt wiggly, super dripping milk all over the place, ready to drop. And for whatever reason, she is taking forever. I've been off. They do have this system. They have a couple different systems actually. Of what I'm going to call them all full alert systems or foaling systems that will alert your phone when the mare is foaling out. And the one I think I really would like to get, but I haven't worked up the funds for it yet, is called, we'll call it the haltering system. I don't know them all by name. I have been against it, and it feels like every night that I don't get a good night's sleep, the budget is getting bigger for it. But for a like one task thing, similar to like, I couldn't really handle having a horse here that wouldn't be able to do anything. Everybody's got a job on the farm, and getting a whole system just so I can sleep better seems a bit ridiculous. But I think I'm going to go with one that halter system. It attaches to the side of their halter. You just leave their halter on at night, which is okay with me. We don't have shoes on ours, so I think they'd be fine. And that halter clip, when it goes level, I'm assuming similar to a air bubble in it, for longer than 13 seconds, it triggers your phone. Now this wouldn't work for a mare who likes to lay out flat all the time. However, most of them don't. So, this one in particular, been staying up watching it, set a camera that takes photos all the fucking time. It's not laying down. So when it does, I know we're really in doo-doo, but, it would fire off, call my phone. I think it's probably the best priced out one. The next one is full alert system, but that one is very gross. You sew 2 magnets on either side of a mare's vulva, essentially magnetically locking her pussy lips together. It's very weird. And you sew it there, so you have to unsew it after. And when the foal's legs or the placenta starts busting through, it pages your phone. Again, not my favorite, and I think it's the most expensive one. If I have to take a guess, I think that one's like $1,500. It's been around for a long time. Essentially, since pagers were around, which I know some of you guys are going to not believe this, but I do remember the pagers. I don't know, you were somebody important, right? You got a pager. Like, they didn't have the ability to do anything but tell you somebody wanted to get a hold of you, right? You had to get to a phone. That's gross. So, shit kickers. Yeah, as I went over, this is not hay. This is super fun straw. It's not very absorbent, so you kind of got to move it out of the way in order to get to the shit below it. We haven't even touched her problematic area where she says the most wasteful. You guys watch me all. It is cold. It's dropping. I have no idea what we're at, but it is dropping. Got a breeze from the north, bringing in a cold front, and that cold front hopefully is the last thing that this damn mare needs to trigger herself into foaling out. As you guys can see, I don't know if you probably can tell, this stall, we made it huge. So this is the normal wall. I would have loved to have gotten a video, but I was rushed on it, on how to separate the full stalls. Also, since we now have time, it would be a great time to put up the wall over a little bit so Bailey has her side, but for now, we're overkill for even one mare and baby. So we do not have a new horse yet. It sucks. And Piper left. So I'm back down to 9. I'm hoping this cold front move this baby, and we got one section left on this. So give you guys the view of the big old mamas and her squirting milk problems. Baby girls. Yeah, the work is really never done around here. But of course, that's what the Amazon wish list is there for. If anybody wants to, there's lots of fun things on there. I think recently added some hair proteins and stuff like that. Sack the most I could shove, yeah. Oh, the youth. So what I'll end up doing is I'll get it all shifted down. Then I'll probably shift it all back after I layer it like a cake with fresh bedding. Oh God, you guys can't even see I'm working. No, the horse is still not giving back and giving birth, and it sucks. But maybe soon. It's gotta be tonight. I think there's no way, or else I'm going to start getting really nervous. Those who don't know, mammals, their first thing is having colostrum, the milk that's changed into a super sweet formula, and she has not, or she's had that for now 3 days. She's not been holding back, and now she's starting to drip all over the place. Ironically, I have mare's milk frozen, and I'm worried that I will actually end up having to use my own supply, which kind of ticks me off. In general, with this little amount of sleep, I'm kind of just a cranky ass person right now. But so it is 19 degrees out Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is, negative in Celsius, but it ain't warm. And kind of getting sick of the cold. Again, you guys are going to see me at like my kind of craziest. I'm not very good on not a lot of sleep. Tends to make me think in circles. Hey guys. Now I just need to refill this side, shuffle it all over, refill that side, and then I'm going to add in some bedding over here, and then I'll bring over the straw, I think. Could just... Yeah, the temperatures being what they're going to be, and I'm pretty sure that stupid mare is going to have it tonight, because I honest to fucking God don't know how she hasn't had it yet, besides to just ruin my life. And I kind of wish I was being a little more sarcastic about that than I am. It's been nice all weekend. I've had nothing to do all weekend. I haven't had work. And now she is most likely going to give birth now that it's going to drop in temperature. Hey, are you fucking breaking my rake now too? Wow, you are just out to ruin my life. I'm gonna kill this mare. Fuck you. Why did you do that? Yeah, it's awesome. We should keep feeding the horses alfalfa straight on the ground over here. It's a good idea. Guys, you're ridiculous. So anyhow, this horse is ruining my life and all of my sleep. You are my favorite. 2, 3, 4 in the barn, whatever. Both of them are fucking pregnant. And no, I did not leave it there. I left it leaning up against the barn, but you knocked it over and then had to break it, even though I'm just trying to make a better place for you, but whatever. It has been nice all weekend. I haven't had work in a week and a half. So, now that I have to go to work, it's probably going to come tomorrow. I didn't want to deal with that vet, and you are making me deal with the vet I don't want to, most likely. Dealing with freezing, frigid temperatures instead of having a delightful fucking birthing. Yeah. It's cool. Welcome to owning horses. This is the other part of things that nobody ever sees. Yeah, I can't wait to be dealing with frozen pipes and hoses and then have a baby. Yeah, I'm yelling at yours. You guys just want me to finish the stalls. Oh, nice. They played swapsies. I was going to get more bedding. There's more bedding in here where I hate having the bedding. It keeps getting put there. So I'll use it up. Oh, look, the reason I hate it there. Fuck. Okay, let's go get more bedding. It's a lot of work. Doesn't really stop. However, I'm gonna see, it has just been frustrating all weekend with very little sleep. So I'll catch you guys soon, and let's fucking hope it's for a baby.